Oh my raw! Hi everyone, Bimbo here and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. I hope you guys stay a while. I want to thank you guys for 900 subscribers. We are literally less than 100 subs away from 1,000. So please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing so we can reach that goal before the end of the year. If you've read the title and looked at the thumbnail, you know that this is the finale of the Monster High redesigns. And you guys, I am super excited to wrap up this series and move on to other projects. If you guys don't know what Monster High is, it is basically a fashion doll line or an animated film or series about the children of famous and iconic monsters. Now, without anything else left to say, let's get on with the last part of the redesigns for this series. In my last video, I redesigned Rochelle Goyle, Venus McFlytrap, and Rebecca Steam because I wanted their outfits to be countrified. So in this video, I'll be redesigning the last 3 ghouls for this entire series. So without further ado, let's start. And the first monster I'll be redesigning is none other than Abbey Bominable, the daughter of the Yeti, better known as the Abominable Snowman. Abby's wiki states that she is one of the toughest characters in Monster High, but she's also a victim of cultural clash between her 𝚑𝚗𝚗𝚗 background and her Himalayan background. Even though she works hard to move on from it, she still thinks her old ways are the right ones. Now, for G3 Abby, her design is pretty cute, but I do wish they toned down the blues and the purples, or at least added more colors like her pink and white that she had in G1. Another thing, I do like how her body is a lot more curvier instead of the super slim body type that she had in G1. Now, for my take on Abby, I wanted to lean in more with her G1 fashion style, but having her G3 body type. So for her hair, I decided to give her this super long and super straight platinum blonde hairstyle with pink, blue, and purple streaks in the back, while also adding 2 very long additional braids on the fronts of her hair. And for her face, I really wanted her to look different from all the other girls I redesigned so far. So I decided to give her blonde lashes, mainly because I thought it complemented her icy blue skin tone super well. And actually, speaking of her skin tone, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I added these tiny white specks all around her skin to make it look like snow, since she's the coolest ghoul around, and because I really wanted to experiment with my style a lot more. And for her expression, I gave her this kind of annoyed or serious look, mainly because I imagined that Heath is bothering her with some cheesy pickup line, though deep down, she actually likes it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's official in G3 that Abby and Heath are dating. And for her outfit, I wanted to give her this fashion style called winter chic, or more so winter casual, just with lots of fur. So for her hat, I gave her this Russian fox fur hat, mainly because I thought it would look good with the outfit I had planned for her, and to bring back the G1 fashion style that I mentioned earlier. And now for her clothes itself, I gave her this off-the-shoulder dress with an iridescent and black denim pattern, but on the trim of her dress, I decided to add some fox fur on it, mainly because I just really love drawing and rendering fur. So she also has the fur cuffs on her sleeves. And just to add more fur to her design, I had to give her back her iconic knee-high fur boots because those are just too cute and comfy not to draw. I also added some white fishnet stockings just to add more coziness to her outfit, and I gave her this black choker with a giant snowflake on it just to match the snowflake belt she has on her dress. Um, and that's all for Abby. Honestly, this is my favorite redesign I did for this series. Like, all the ones I said that were my favorites before, they just been dethroned by Abby. Like, her design is so cute and I love her so much. And I hope you guys love her as much as I do. Now, without anything else to say, let's move on to the next monster for this video. The next monster I'll be redesigning is Operetta, the daughter of the well-known Phantom of the Opera. Operetta's wiki states that she was born in France and moved to New Orleans with her family at a young age. Growing up in her parents' riverboat opera house in Mississippi, she drew significant inspiration from the culture in Gnarlston, which shaped her accent, independent spirit, love for blues, and rockabilly. It is also stated that despite having a love for singing, Operetta cannot perform live without harming others. Similar to the girls in my last video, Operetta doesn't have a G3 design, so I'll get started on her speed paint. I'm gonna be so honest right now, guys. I did not know what to do with her design specifically because when looking at references and ideas on Pinterest, 50% of her redesigns were this country aesthetic, while the other 50% was this more elegant style. And I really did love them both, but I personally didn't think that the elegant style wouldn't suit her for everyday wear. So I went with the country aesthetic. Now, I did want her hair to look very styled and elegant, and I even added a cowboy hat to get more into the country and southern vibe. Honestly, I was completely rushing with her redesign, mainly because I didn't really care how she turned out, and because I didn't know how I wanted her outfit to look. But the crazy thing is, despite not knowing all that, she still turned out pretty good. Like, every time I don't care that much about a drawing, it always turns out better than when I do care about a drawing. But for her hair, I gave her this super curled and wavy hairstyle, but instead of leaving her hair a boring red color, I decided to add some darker red streaks in her hair just to add more colors to the design. And I also decided to add a bunch of beauty marks on her face because beauty marks just scream elegant yet mature. I also gave back her, well, I didn't give it back, but I also gave her the iconic eyepiece she normally wears in a heart shape, but it's like that musical note, but a heart. And for her outfit, I gave her this white collared shirt that has a poofy sleeve on the shoulder part and this purple undershirt under it. But I gave the ends of her purple undershirt this spiderweb design because when looking at her designs, you can notice some spiderweb motifs and piano motifs. But over top of both shirts, I added this black bat-shaped corset just to add more black in her design. And for her lower half, I gave her these apricot jeans, similar to her original outfit in G1, with a spiderweb design on one of her legs. And for her shoes, I thought it would be funny to give her cowgirl boots, but I just thought that would be a little too on the nose. So I just gave her these open toe heels and just called it a day because I was I was not gonna stress myself out for the final part of this series. Um and yeah, that's Operetta. Even though I dislike her outfit, wait, actually, I don't dislike her outfit, but I feel like when I put her beside the other redesigns, it just looks, I guess, boring in a way. But enough about that. Let's move on to the final monster for this video. And last but not least, for the final ghoul of this video and series, I'll be redesigning Spectra Vondergeist, the daughter of the famous and iconic Ghosts. Spectra's wiki states that her past is probably one of the most covered mysteries within the Monster High community. It's also said that she used to be shy and reclusive, whispering her phrases, hanging by herself, and being comfortable with that. However, ever since the secret face of her gossip blog, the Ghostly Gossip, was revealed, she has become more outgoing and less secretive. Now, for G3 Spectra, her design is like pretty cute. I personally don't have any complaints about it, but you can tell that the creators shied away from the dark colors and made her more pastel. Now, for Spectra's redesign, I completely stepped out of my comfort zone, which I obviously didn't like, but I'm very happy I did. When looking at Spectra redesigns on Pinterest, a lot of artists give her this e-girl fashion, which is super cute and suits her. But I asked my friend what fashion style I should give her, and she said make her goth. So I was completely set on giving her this goth appearance. So obviously she has the bold and heavy traditional goth makeup, and honestly I'm super proud of how I did her makeup, especially for my first time ever doing trad goth makeup. And for her hairstyle, I give her this high ponytail that has several shades of purple streaks, ranging from periwinkle into this pinkish purple color. But instead of her hair being tied up by a basic hair tie, I decided to give her a chain, especially because Spectra's character design is known for having an excessive amount of chains. And another reason why I was a bit scared to redesign her was also because Spectra's a ghost, and if you guys notice in her official art, her hands are kind of transparent in a way, and I didn't know how I was gonna render that, so I was super scared, but I think I did pretty well for my first time. Now for her outfit, y'all, when I say I spent almost 2 hours finding perfect references and outfit ideas on Pinterest, I'm not even joking. Like, I was so scared of not actually using goth fashion because I'm not familiar with the fashion style at all. But thank goodness my friend helped me and sent me the perfect references, because I was honestly considering quitting on the goth idea. But for her top, I gave her this navy purple corset with a black ruffled lace that also has this giant bow in the middle. I also gave her these super long black sleeves that have this lace pattern on them, because for the references I saw, they always had some sort of oversized sleeves or lace pattern sleeves, and I thought it was super cute. And obviously, I had to give her some chains on both her neck and her corset. And for her lower half, I gave her this super long skirt that has 2 slits on the side, but instead of the slits just being slits, I added these lavender ruffles inside of them, just because I love drawing ruffles and I thought it was super cute. Finally, for her shoes, I just gave her some simple black heels because I didn't want to give her some extraordinary shoes that took away from her outfit and, just made it too cluttered, I guess. And that's Spectra, you guys. I am super, super obsessed with her redesign. Like, everything is perfect. Her makeup is something I'm super proud of. And even though I wasn't completely comfortable with drawing her, I'm just so proud of how it turned out. And that is it. Those are all the girls for this series, and you guys, I love them all so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this super fun journey of me redesigning these 12 ghouls. And obviously, I gotta show you guys their outfit time lapses. So, enjoy! Oh, and since it is the finale, I also decided to show all the redesigns and their outfits that I did one by one, just so you guys can remember all the fun times we had for this series. So, here we go. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. I am so happy you guys can support me and my art, but please like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me which redesign was your favorite. Now, without anything else left to say, that is it for this series. Also, please comment on some other series you would like me to do. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video.